Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Antonio, and if you don't already know, I produce the Between Sundays podcast for New Life Church with Max and Theo. And I thought I'd make this video just to run through a little bit of my tech setup. You guys have maybe seen a video of me setting up, but I wanted to go a little bit more into detail into the tech side of everything we have, so you can see what kind of goes on behind the scenes of this whole entire thing. So yeah, this camera I'm holding is very heavy, so I'm gonna start turning it around and just kind of walking you guys through the setup, and hopefully we can make it somewhat quick. And yeah, all right. Okay, so let's start off with the setup. You guys, if you guys know, Between Sundays, you guys have seen this setup and everything. We'll start with the audio. So for our audio, we have 4 Shure 7 SMB mics. We have those 4 mics for the audio for the guests, max 4. Then we have some, our chairs and everything like that. And if you're sitting, this is Theo's seat usually. Sitting where Theo sits. This is what he's saying most of the time when he's here. And you can see that we have a cool little confidence monitor, you can say. It's really just a TV, and I don't have a stand for it, so it's on a Pearl Cajon box. Yeah, so it just kind of sits there. I'll put up any scriptures they have or anything like that for them to do that they want to read. We'll go to our lights. Our lights are all, let's see if I can get you guys to see this. Yeah, right there. Amaran 20X S's. They go from very cold to very warm color temp. And we have, they go from warm to cold. Right now they're on 36K, which they should all be on 36K. And then we have 2 more. You can see one right there that shines on the top of that couch. And then the other one should be right above me. Yep, right there. Right there, that shines on Theo and whoever the other person is on this side of the set. And so that's pretty much it. I'll turn the camera back around. And so yeah, we have just a little practical light in the back that shines on a little table with some very, very minute decorations, just a little something like that. And that's honestly it for I guess I'm lying. Let's go into the things that actually capture the footage. So this is it from the back. We have 3 cameras, 1, 2, 3. We have the side shot that shows just the couch, the people on that couch. And these are Blackmagic Pocket 6Ks. Nope, I was correct the first time. Pocket 6Ks. And this one has a Sigma 35 millimeter. I'll show you guys our rightmost camera, which does the same thing as the other one. It just shows, there's a glare on the screen, but there we go. Yep, it just shows the other side of the podcast, and it's the same thing. This one is a Pocket Cinema 6K Pro, I believe, which is why it has the articulating view screen. And again, another 35 millimeter Sigma lens on that one. And this one is a little different. This one is still a Pocket 6K, but the lens we have on it is actually at 18 to 35, so we can widen it up and get that wide shot of everyone on the podcast. So we can get that if everyone's laughing, someone tells a joke and everyone's laughing, boom, we can hit that wide shot. Or it's a safety shot for times when, we don't have footage or maybe someone needs to step out. We can just have that one where we have everyone there. Right now there is a teleprompter on it, a Glide Gear teleprompter, which we don't actually use for our podcast. I use it after the podcast for our announcements, where I'll put an iPad right there, and then people can read a script and be looking directly into the camera just like that. The script will be going on this piece of glass, and you'll be able to read what the iPad says down here, but looking directly into the camera. So that is now officially the setup, the equipment kind of setup before we get into the tech part of it, of the podcast. So now let's get into the actual tech side, and I will show you guys here. This is it, and I will run you through everything, but I just want to give you guys an overview. First, we'll start with this. This is our APC, pretty much pretty much just a battery that's connected to voltage. So it just acts as like a surge protector or surge protector, but it also has a battery in it. So if the power does get cut, then all the electronics connected to it don't go off. They feed off the battery until the battery is empty, which helps because one time our power did go out for our set, and when it did, it messed up my whole entire files and everything because the equipment that I used turned off, and that was recording everything and kind of keeping track of everything. So that was annoying to deal with in post. So I would say for you guys that are doing podcasts or doing things like this, recording, you might want to hook everything up, if possible, to an APC or something like that. So if for some reason your power goes off for like half a second, a couple of seconds, even probably a couple minutes, maybe a minute or two, everything will still be running before the power comes back on, and you don't have to worry about that, and everything's not messed up. But that's just here. Our lights aren't connected, just all this tech, and I'll go over this tech real quick. So here we have a ATEM Mini Pro ISO, which is connected through HDMI to our 3 cameras. 1, 2, 3. They are all connected here. And this ATEM Mini Pro ISO is connected, its output is here. So this is what it spits out. And you can see as I press these buttons, well, it goes through the different cameras that it's connected to through HDMI. This also, we'll get to that later. Next, we have a Stream Deck. Don't mind the Stream Deck. I don't actually have anything on it at the moment. So yeah, I have plans for it. So I'm gonna attempt to try something with it, but for right now, we don't have anything. We'll come to this. We have our, of course, Mac Studio, which runs Logic. It runs our ATEM control software, and it actually runs our Focusrite, their in-ears and all that controller and stuff like that. It also acts as the confidence monitor. I have this monitor right here. This monitor is exporting or being copied by this one. It's not on yet, so let me actually turn it on to show you guys real quick. Activates, yep, and you can see it's the desktop, so it's just mirroring the desktop. So if they want any scriptures or anything, I can just come over here. Well, I sit over here, so I'll just be over here, pull up something on the internet, like, a scripture on a browser or something like that. And then since it's mirroring, you guys will see that same browser right here. And yeah, so that's how sometimes if you see if you're watching the video on YouTube, sometimes you can see them looking straight, and that's the confidence monitor. It doesn't have a stand yet. I'd like to get it a bit closer. It'll lift it up more and a bit at an angle so I can bring cameras a bit closer, and so it doesn't really look like they're looking at anything, but we'll get there. We'll get there in time. But back to my tech table. So yeah, there's that. I have a FreeWorld. Let me turn this off. This is a FreeWorld external monitor, usually used for cameras to connect to mirrorless or DSLR cameras like the one I'm using right now. But since we had them and I couldn't find any other monitors, I use it as an external monitor for this one. So because this one mirrors onto what they can see, I need a monitor or screen that shows, the programs I need to be running and make sure I can take a look at them. And so here is where I run my ATEM control program, Logic Pro, which records all their mics, and then this program, which makes it so I can adjust the audio in their ears, which we will get to soon. So I'll show you why that program is there. But yeah, so I have this little monitor to the side where I can monitor, their audio, their voice, if I can change stuff. And then this one is used during podcasts to show them scriptures or look up things that they need. We're gonna go to this quick one, this Sennheiser. This is pretty much this sends signals to these packs right here. So these are packs. They have a little jack right there, which they plug in their in-ears or their headphones, and this sends out that signal to these so that they can hear themselves. I'll show you guys how it's connected real quick. Getting a little hot, but so this is our Focusrite. I guess I probably should introduce you to the actual Focusrite real quick. Hopefully editing helps me out here. So this is our Focusrite. This is connected to our computer. So it's connected here. It's connected right here to our computer through there. And so we have all the 4 mics you guys see over there. Let's see if I can zoom in real quick. Yep, all those 4 mics are connected through an XLR cable that lead all the way right here. And so this is how we can record their audio through Logic on the computer. So yeah, that's how that audio is set up. This is just connected to this through USB-C, and then their audio is connected to that. But we were having a problem where I would say something back here and they couldn't hear me all the way over there. So I would, in some podcasts, I read a segment called Am I Wrong Though? And so I read that, and a lot of times I would have to kind of yell for them to hear me all the way over there. And so what I did was we had the Sennheiser that we used for our recordings. So I hooked that up, connected it to the output of the Scarlett. So pretty much all their mic audio is coming through there. All their mic audio is going to the computer, but also all their mic audio is coming out through this cable into this transmitter, this in-ears transmitter. And so since this transmitter is connected to those packs, I give them all packs, and this box pretty much throws their voice back to them in their ear. So they speak in the mics, comes through this cable, goes into this box, and from this box goes back into this box, and then this box shoots it into these small little boxes, which they have headphones, so they can hear themselves and they can hear me most of the times. It's a lot less complicated than it looks. Maybe I'll put some shapes or something on the screen that'll make it a bit easier to see or understand, but it's really not that complicated. It's just a loop of signal that is going and going. That's pretty much all. I have this one last thing. This is my mic that I use. Has a little switch on it. I accidentally hit the spacebar button. Has a switch on it so I can turn it on, make it active, make it inactive, or deactivate it. Usually I'm in number 4, but when we have 4 guests, we only have enough slots for 4 guests, and so that's what we do. I don't use, so you'll find that if we have 4 guests on camera, I'm not usually talking. You don't hear my voice because I don't have an input for that. We only have 4 here. Working on solutions. Hopefully we'll get there. But yeah, there's my little mic, so I can talk into this, and it'll go in here, and it'll of course go here, and then throw it into their packs that they have, and so they can hear me without me yelling when I do segments and things like that. I just added a little light because usually it's dark in here. But yeah, I think that's honestly everything. I think I just wanted to make a quick video just for you guys, for you tech nerds that just wanted to know, how we do all this stuff. We record their audio through a Focusrite into Logic, and then we, actually I didn't explain this too much, so I'm about to explain it real quick. But this ISO, I told you guys how we did the audio. The audio is through the mics, through the Focusrite, through the computer, into Logic right there. But for the audio, all these HDMIs are connected into here in our cameras. And so this ISO Mini, you can actually hit the record button right here if you have an SSD connected to it, and it'll record all the cameras in 1080p, and it'll record a DaVinci file of all the cuts that you've done as you go. So I'll hit record, and as they're talking and doing the podcast, I can live hit these buttons, and it will record these cuts. So when I throw it into a video editor on DaVinci on my computer, those cuts are already in there, which saves me a bunch of time and things like that. And also, if I hear something like they said or they took a break or something like this, I can hit this button, and this picture, Fix and Post, will pop up, and then I can go back, as they're talking, and that will actually let me see in the post, in the video editing program DaVinci, I can see this giant yellow picture, and that will tell me there's something there, whether it's something they said was really important that I want to make into a short, or they took a break and there's something there and I need to cut and make a little break there, because I have accidentally left breaks and times where people have taken phone calls in the podcast before, so it's nothing I haven't done before. But yeah, so that's pretty much the whole entire thing. There's some really nitty gritty if you guys really want to see exactly like how it looks in like post, like what I do when I put it into a computer and stuff, and how I do that. I can make a video on that. That one will be a bit longer and a bit more tech for you guys that really are trying to do this yourselves. Again, you don't need the craziness that I have here. You can do it with a lot less, but if you want to know the nitty gritty of how I'm putting together this podcast online and everything, then I can make another video. Just let me know. But till then, I'll see you on the Between Sundays podcast. And yeah, I'll see you when I see you, and hopefully I see you soon.